powered by Pipe TV.
Today's episode features a Black girl who's rocking the world. Born in Savannah, Georgia, she is a young, successful model, public speaker, business owner, and an all-around charming and classy Southern belle. Her talents soar in the areas of runway, makeup, fashion, and media. Having recently faced losing her mom, she continues to be a driven and determined young woman and has founded and officially launched Bars Cosmetics LLC, which symbolizes her belief that when you bridge against real situations, you overcome any personal struggle in life. I introduce you to a Black girl who's rocking the world, Miss Clara Faith. Hi, Faith. It's so nice to see you. I'm
How you
so
doing?
glad that you could join me today to share with the viewers who you are, what you do. Just brag a little bit about being a Black girl who rocks. Going with the questions right away, okay? I look forward to myself personally having this chat and getting to know you. So, so from the moment you began to speak, your family knew that you were talkative. And also from the time that you started to dress, they knew that you had a sense for fashion. But I want to ask you, what age did you personally make that connection yourself? And what drove you to make a connection that your talkative nature would result in something more substantial for your future? Was there an event that occurred and what made you like fashion?
From the beginning, I have to say, if you remember the show, America's Top Model by Tyra Banks, that was one of my favorite shows growing up. I love Tyra Banks. I still look up to her to this day. So around that age, I feel like maybe I know it's been on for about 15, 20 years now, probably. So about around I knew I like clothes and I used to dress up crazy. And I mean, if you ask my mom, she'd be like, you used to dress all over the place. A young kid. And then the age that I knew really with communicating and talking to people and using that fashion platform for more is when I actually spoke at Newark Tech in Newark, New Jersey. And when I spoke there to the students, it all clicked. I can do this. I can actually talk to someone and express my love for fashion and move it over to self-esteem and love for yourself. That's when it all clicked. So I was about 16 years old for me.
Oh, you were 16. Okay. Okay. Was there any people around you who kind of encouraged you in that area when you were 16, and how, in which way did they encourage you to continue with what you were doing?
I would definitely say my mom and my aunt. My mom, she knew that this is something that I wanted to do. She knew it's something that I could do. And, my mom put me into a pageant when I was 14 just to get me out there and see how I would do. And I did pretty well. I didn't win, but that's okay. And then my aunt supported that and she supported me and they groomed me into be a young lady that is not afraid to speak. And when she does speak, she speaks with elegancy and niceness and a little bit of authority to make people want to listen. And so I think my mom and my aunt really had a lot to do with who I am today and how it all started.
Yeah, yeah. It's sort of like mentorship, and that's great that you had your mom to support you, encourage you, and then even when you didn't win, to say it's okay. You can continue on your journey, and as a learning and to do it better the next time. And it's always nice when you have family members who support well, because that kind of, especially with an aunt, it's like a second mom, you know.
Mhm.
Um, I'm really glad to know that you had that type of mentorship from the age of 16. So I'm going to move on to the next question.
Mhm.
And that question is that you started in pageantry at the age of 14.
Mhm.
Why did you choose pageantry? What was the thing that made you go down that road? And what lessons did you learn from it? Good, bad, or indifferent? For young girls today who are looking to be in pageantry, because we all know that we hear the stories about how mean people can be backstage and so on and so forth. And I'm sure it probably happens, but you decided to do it and you stayed in it for a while. So I want you to be able to shed a different light if you've had positive experiences. So can you speak a little bit about your pageantry?
Yeah, so my first pageant was when I was 14, like you said. It was Miss Georgia Teen, US. So it was a pretty big pageant. It's a national pageant. And in my experience, why I wanted to do the Miss Georgia Teen is because I just want to throw myself out there. I want to try something new. I want to try something different. And I believe I have that same perspective of pageants too. Oh, all the girls are mean. They're not nice. They just done with. They can't think. That's not true. Pageants take a lot of hard work. You have to train. You have to work out. You have to eat right. You have to do speech classes. You have to prepare interview and have it be a business interview. It's a lot of preparation, just like if you're doing a job. And that's what I learned and that's what I gained. So I respect any girl who's been doing pageants from like this age on up, because you literally have to groom yourself into someone who is strong will,
Yeah.
thick skin. And that goes to show in my pageant experience, every pageant I did, I always met someone so nice. And I have won Miss Congeniality twice. So
Wow.
girl.
Congrats.
And you go to a pageant and it's all, like you get there and you want to help out. It's not all uptight like people think it is. It's stressful. But if someone's like, oh my God, I forgot my eyelash glue, that girl's gonna pass her the eyelash glue. It is okay. And you build a bond and a sisterhood with them. I have girls that I have did pageants with, and I have lost and I have won, and they still follow me on Instagram. I still ask about their family. You go on and you grow with young ladies, and I feel like that's what pageantry is all about. And for girls who wanted pageants, I think it's good. I have a 3-year-old and I'm ready to put her in a pageant. I'm so ready, and I'm ready to start her off young. And if she tells me, Mom, I don't want to do it, I will stop. But it's about growing the person,
Yeah.
and it's about making them have tougher skin. You have to have tough skin, because
Right.
people like to say it's not, pageants are not about how you look, it's how you present yourself.
Yes. So it's like a training ground for representing yourself for life, basically.
Yeah.
It So I look at it as, I look at the bigger picture. I, you know, a person watching it on television, I see how the winner becomes a spokesperson, that they have some sort of a focus on a nonprofit or something that they want to give back to the world, and they want to help people come along. So I look at it, I look at the positive in it from that aspect, and you just eloquently shared that that's the benefit of it, that it is a place where you can grow with tough skin, friendship, lifelong friendships, and develop yourself in a way that you are respected. And so it's a whole nother outlook. So I agree with you that, young girls that want to go down that route, that it's not a bad thing.
It's not.
It's not a bad thing. And thank God you had your mom and your aunt supporting you, because with anything today, there's investment, the time, it's the effort, it's the monetary, value of being able to support in all of those ways. And some young ladies aren't fortunate enough to have all of those things. And with that being said, is there any recommendations you may or may not know, and that would be fine, of what a young girl can do if their situation is not as strong of a foundation as someone such as yourself, if they wanted to go down that route? Are there any type of nonprofit type of programs for girls who want to model and that sort of thing? Do you know of anything like that you could share?
I would say the biggest thing is, and you're probably gonna laugh, is YouTube and DIY. That's gonna be your best friend. I've
Yes.
done pageants where I have made my own costumes with a hot glue gun and some rhinestones, and I have put some sticks. Yes. So I would definitely say YouTube and thrift stores. Go to your local thrift store. If you need a gown, if you don't have the talent, it's someone in that household that has a little bit of talent. And if you don't have talent, you have enough of mentality and the focus to push your mind and push your hands to believe that it can be beautiful. It's mind game. Don't say you can't do it, just do it. Go to your local thrift store, go find a dress. You like this dress? Okay, this dress is $20, $100. Take that dress, go home, watch YouTube, study how to make that dress look good, study how dresses have to flow, and you can turn a $20 something into $1,000 buck. It's all about that mental mind. And that's what I tell girls all the time. I don't know much of nonprofit organizations that help girls with pageants, but it is nonprofit organizations that help girls with prom. Take a prom dress, turn it into a pageant dress. But it's all about, having that mental strength to say, I can do something. Let me figure out how to be a Barbie on a budget, take a dress, study, go on YouTube, DIY it, and flip it. That is my biggest advice. Use YouTube.
Yeah. You hit on talent. And even though, a young girl, she may not know what talent she has, but I wholeheartedly believe that we all have a talent, that God created us all with something, and it's just a matter of finding out what it is and tapping into it. Can you take a moment to update the viewing audience of your educational achievements and what's still in your plans to conquer with educating yourself further?
Yes.
Education.
Education.
Where are you going?
No, education is important. No, yeah. So I go to Savannah State University. It is an HBCU. HBCU girl. And I graduate next month. I graduate November 21st from Savannah State.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? It was kind of echoey.
I'm sorry. Yes, I graduate November 21st next month from my HBCU.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. I am studying mass communication with a concentration in digital and multimedia, which is meaning just a bigger word to say broadcasting, basically. And then after I finish, November, I am looking to go into grad school either in the spring or fall, wherever God has the plan for me to be. I will be studying broadcast meteorology, and I will be going into broadcast of weather, and that's what I want to do. Well, one part of my life is what I want to do. So I'm pretty happy. I want to get my master's in broadcast meteorology and get my seal, hopefully, if God works it out and give his plan. Education. So everyone's different. And
yes. So meteorology. What did it for you? What was the, when you finally had that, like, this is what I want to do? What was the spark? Was it you being in school and just being exposed to it? Were you a part of a group in school? Or I just want to know how that seed was planted for you to to do it, and what encouraged you to stay on that path? Because sometimes, people have ideas about doing a certain thing and they might start it or step into it and realize that they either don't have any support or it's harder than what they expect. And I'm sure it's not easy. So I just want you to elaborate on what, really molded you into staying on that trajectory.
Well, in college, I got accepted to SCAD for fashion merchandising at first, and then I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. And then my family did a transition. We made an executive decision for me to go to Savannah State. And I went for business, and then I changed my major again, and then I went to mass communication. So if you're out there, if you change your major, it's okay. But, just saying that, I always worked in radio. That was my thing on campus. I did campus radio. I was assistant program director for WSSU campus. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't fulfilling. It wasn't. Yeah. And that's like, I love radio, but then I like to have people see me, and I want my voice to be seen and heard. I want to be seen and heard and all that stuff. So radio, I love it. And I like that I could be able to communicate and talk about different topics and play music, but I knew that wasn't my end goal. And then I always wanted to be on a talk show or like a morning show. So my favorite shows are like Good Morning Dallas. That is a show in Dallas, Texas. I like Morning with Houston. That's a show in Houston. Of course, the big ones, Good Morning America, Today's Show. I always like shows like that. And I want to wake up and be the first thing someone sees on TV. And I want to be that happy person and make your morning go right. So I looked at reporting. And I see reporting, I'm like, people business all the time. And I did my internship at WTOC, a local news station here in Savannah, and that's when I made my click. It clicked before, and I was like, meteorology.
Wow.
It made a difference.
Yeah, and you kind of just like casually said, I was doing radio. So was that a part of your curriculum? And how deep did you get involved in radio while you were doing it? And when you were doing it, did you have a particular show? Can you share a little bit about that? I'm interested.
Yeah, so I had a radio show. It was called Southern Twang. It was me and my co-host, Shay Zam. Started our freshman year of college. It wasn't in the curriculum at all. It was just something that I wanted to do. I was pregnant at the time, and I want to say when I was pregnant, I'm going to be honest, I was 18, I was pregnant, I was kind of, this person you see here kind of went into a shell. I was more quiet. I was more shy girl because I was pregnant and I was so young. It wasn't something I liked to broadcast. And I don't know why. It's just how I was.
Yeah.
So, but I still want to do something in the media where I can talk. So I found radio. It was a hiding spot for me. Me and her developed a show, and it was about college relationships. It was about college students, about being young, about growing up in college and turning yourself and evolving as young ladies, young men, whatever you want it to be. Our show is about all walks of life. And that's why we call it Southern Twang. So during that time, I went up to assistant program director. She was the director. We loved it. I worked with E93, Cumulus Media. I went to actually get a job with Warner Music Group, the record label, and I worked with them as an influencer, influencing them, their artists. And radio is sparse. But then once I got more comfortable with myself, and I'm like, okay, my kid is old. I had her. It's okay. I was young. I got more comfortable being a mom. I was like, okay. I use radio as an outlet. And that's why I love radio. It's an outlet. And no one would know you as you can be a person.
Stage for developing yourself.
Yes. It was a stage. And I still love it. To this day, if someone be like, hey, I want you to do a radio show, I want you to do a podcast, I jump on it and do it.
Yeah. That's amazing to keep focus, even when you're dealing with being pregnant. And I just want to tell you, it's not bad that you got pregnant at 18.
No.
It really isn't. It doesn't. I want to take a moment to tell the young women out there that if you get pregnant at, I don't care what age you are, it's part of your journey, and you can learn from it, and you can still excel. I had a child young, and it didn't stop me either. So there are a lot of women out there, and they do it by themselves. So I big ups to you for recognizing that and continuing on your path and doing not just anything, magnificent stuff. To start your own radio show, it just goes to show how determined you were regardless of the speed bump that came into your life. It's a speed bump. Okay, so moving on, who are your heroes and mentors, and why?
Oh, wow. One of my heroes, and I would say, okay, I'm going to do heroes. A person I look up to. I look up to Oprah and Michelle Obama.
Wow.
Those are women that I love. I look up to them. I like their stories. I like their passion. I respect them. I also look up to my mom. I love my story. I like where she's been at. My mentor was my mom when she was here, and now she's passed away. And now my mentor is also.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. The men in my life. I have a professor. His name is, and I absolutely am so grateful for him. He has groomed me to understand the news industry, understand the industry that I want to go in. Miss Tina Ty Shaw, she works with WSAB here in Savannah as a local anchor, and she's been in business about 20 plus years, and I look up to her, and she groomed me and mentored me. And then other people that's just in my program in college. One thing that I love about Savannah State and about my HBCU is that these professors, they will help you and they want to groom you and they want to make sure you are successful. And I look up to them and they mentor me, and I can go to each different person for different things, and they can mentor me through those situations. So those are my people I look up to.
But you launched your own business. Now I want you to give us soup to nuts. What type of business it is, the name of your business, why did you come up with that name? Just tell us the story.
Yes, well, I have some right here. My business is called Bars Cosmetics. It is a lip gloss cosmetic line, which will advance into more things. BARS stand for Bridging Against Real Situation, which means that women can bridge through anything through hell. People can bridge through anything through hell and also come out on a good side. And that's all it's about. It's just about bridging. It's about pushing yourself to be better. And I'm doing it through beauty. And beauty is so important because you have to be beautiful inside, you have to be beautiful outside. And that is what I look at. It's not about this. It's about who you are inside. And when you put on my lip gloss and you put on my collection, I want women to feel beautiful and I want them to feel confident. And we make everything with their confidence in mind. That is what BARS is all about. So whatever you're going through today, tomorrow, next week, I want you to be able to bridge through that, put on your lip gloss and be like, you know what? Yes, this is my season, but my season is almost over and I can bridge through it if I just keep my head up. And that's what BARS stands for.
That's beautiful. And when did you launch it?
I launched it September 11th, 9/11, I launched it. I launched my Bridging collection, which is featuring 5 pigment moisturizing colors. I actually have my lip gloss on now, which is called BJ Kisses. This one is actually named after my mom, BJ's Kisses. It stands for Barbara Joyce Kisses. I also have Petty Princess. This is for my Petty Princess ladies, a little petty. And that's pink. And then I have my Novelicious. This one is true red. It's nice and bright. You can build it up as bright as you want. And this one right here is this is for my ladies who's confident, okay? You want to put that red lip on, go out somewhere.
Yeah.
And I have Commissary Queen, and I actually took this name because of prison reform, and I very strong belief for prison reform. And I feel like if someone goes into incarceration, they should be able to better themselves and be able to come out in life as a better person, because I went through someone dear to me being incarcerated. And the judgment that they were put on, this temptation that they were giving was not who they were. So I got for her name, and that's Commissary Queen. It's just, that's a confident lady, a very dark lady that's going through something at a dark time. And that's why this is purple for a dark time, but you're still royalty. You're going through something dark, but you're still at royalty. You're still at
Absolutely.
And then this is just for my simple neutral girl. This is Fairy Dust. Fairy Dust is a nice clear lip gloss, very moisturizing. It comes on clear, but just that neutral girl. So yeah, that's my colors.
Oh, very well thought out. I love the meaning behind all the names. Just great stuff. So are winding down, believe it or not. I've really enjoyed our conversation, but of course, I want to give you the opportunity to share anything that I may not have hit on that you are bubbling up to share. And then let the viewing audience know how they can get in touch, how they can buy those beautiful lip glosses. Share all of your social media platforms with us.
Yes. So I guess in my closing, I would say for whoever's watching, you can do it. Whoever you are, you can do it. Never have your mind hold you back, because the only person that's holding you back is your mind. Your mind, your heart, and your body and your soul. Make sure it's connected and make sure it's as one, and always push through life. That is my biggest thing. But yes, my name is Clara Faith. My Instagram is Clara Faith CEO. Clara Faith CEO. For my cosmetic line, Bars Cosmetics. The website is literally Bars Cosmetics, BARS cosmetics.com. You can purchase my lip glosses. Right now, we are running some specials and deals on my website, because I know the holiday is coming up, so you want to purchase some lip glosses. Come on and shop with us. And the Instagram is also Cosmetics. It's going to be b.a.r.s cosmetics, and that's on Instagram. And all my social media is on Instagram, Clara Faith CEO and bars.a.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me. To all you viewers out there, stay beautiful. Thank you so much, Faith.
No problem. Thank you. And these lip glosses I'm showing you, I will be actually sending them to you so you can try them. So thank you for the interview.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank
Bye
you.
now.
Bye. Enjoy your day.